Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, I guess it doesn't really matter what you drive.
Because your wife Kelly's going to steal it?
Yeah, Kelly's going to steal it. What is going on, All Terrain Nation?
Blue.
No. We don't bleed blue here. We bleed red like our skin does.
Blue.
Anyways, this is your All Terrain Nation presented by White Knuckle Off-Road Products. If you just go over to White Knuckle Off-Road, if you're just curious about it, I seen Mark Keene was talking about he got some IAG steps and somebody else was talking about they got IAG steps. But if you're looking to step it up even further, dad joke. If you want to go further, look at White Knuckle Off-Road Products. All they do is rock sliders, and I think you will be extremely happy with their products. And I'm always amazed, Kelly, with their powder coating. It just always sticks.
Awesome product, awesome people. Awesome protection.
Awesome that they're with us till the end of the year. So
just
any potential sponsors out there, I got to talk to John and Natalie, see if they want to re-up. But if there's any potential sponsors of the show would like to be out there and have me butcher your company's name a few times a week.
Just a few times.
Just think about us over here at All Terrain Nation. Today is special, guys. We are broadcasting on All Terrain Nation Plus ATN Live. We're now broadcasting over there, so we got that hooked up, ready to go. And as we pick up more subscribers, the show will move over there. The live segments will move over there. So if you haven't yet, All Terrain Nation Live, go. I'm sure we'll throw a link up.
ATN Live?
ATN Live, All Terrain Nation. I don't know, man. I just work here. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're having a well and fantastic Monday. That's right, well and fantastic.
Wow, he's extra nice today. What'd you do?
I spent some money, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that a little bit later.
But he did have a permission slip.
Whoa. I didn't even ask.
Yes, you did. You can't, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. We both are that way when it comes to something big. We talk to each other before we spend it. For the most, or did you buy something that I don't know about?
We'll get into that later. So, Allie, how's it going over there in Michigan? I see you guys got a little bit of snow.
We got a lot of snow.
Really? I'm jealous.
How much snow did you get?
Only 2 inches.
Oh, that's what she said. Sorry.
But
so wanted to say it. So wanted to say
it. Who joined the Summer Tires Club?
I saw your post about that. That was pretty funny.
There was at least 4 accidents on the way to work, and I only have a 20-mile commute to work, so that was impressive.
You know how far my commute is?
Shut up.
About
10 feet.
20 steps.
Maybe 20 feet.
Sorry.
Couldn't resist.
Yes. Wait. Saturday, there was like 23 Broncos that went to Hollyoaks. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, what was going on? Was that a club meet, or I just caught?
Yeah. Just like super last minute, just wanted to hang out with people. Maya went, she passed out for about 8 hours after the event because everyone was like loving on her. I may have scared her 3 times in the car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you let her drive?
No, I was driving like a psycho.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were you jumping the dunes out there?
No. Just some donuts.
Okay. Well, if Kelly's out there, you know she's gonna get stuck in those dunes. So.
No, it was all frozen.
Was it really? Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah, like all the water was frozen, so we're all breaking the ice, just flooring it through. It was actually super fun.
Was there a lot of people there?
23.
No, I meant in the park in general.
It was mostly Broncos. I think there was like maybe 10 other drivers at the time. But we had to leave at like 12:30 to catch the rest of Ohio State's ass whooping. So
it was not an ass whooping.
No, it was actually a really good game. I thought Michigan gave up for a minute.
There was a bad call in there, but you guys won. I can't say you didn't win, but last year was an ass whooping.
You're damn right, because it's on
this year was
that we won.
not an ass whooping, and hopefully the Buckeyes do fire their coach in the end of the year. We get somebody.
I mean, I will say both teams going into it were 11-0. Like that is very impressive.
Yeah, I agree.
And it always comes down. They usually play each other for the title, so we'll see how that goes. You guys. Well, I guess this was your last game. I don't know anymore since they've added games. I don't know anymore. I've gotten to where I just don't like college football, to be honest. I mean, I'll root for my team.
watched a couple of the bigger games just because it's usually pretty good. But
No, it's not because my team lost. It's just I don't like the fact that basically you can go buy players each year.
Because
you couldn't. You didn't used to be able to do that.
It's ruined to me what college sports was about. So I don't like that. And if I'm going to watch people play hired hands, I'm going to watch pro football. So, and sadly, my Bengals lost to the shit. I hate the Steelers more than I hate Michigan. So that's how my weekend's gone.
Wow.
So I'm not a Steelers fan whatsoever. And so right now I'm pulling for the Browns. If my Bengals can't get there, I'm going to pull for my Browns. And we talked about this last week. Jersey. I saw that Michael Nice comment earlier. No, they're not half price just yet. I am hoping AJ McCarron gets to play in there, and it would be a nice homecoming for him. But we'll see about that as quarterback. But this is Ford Talk Live. This is not Bengals Ohio State.
So Bronco 78 Allie said you just totally said we got a lot of snow like a southern person did, because when we get a lot of snow it's 2 to 3 inches of snow, but you totally pulled totally pulled a southern. We got a lot.
I know. I'm already over it, and Maya is literally living her best husky life right now. So I'm trying to enjoy it with her, but I'm freaking cold.
Yeah, no, 2 inches of snow here is like potential shutting the schools down, and but our roads
usually led with ice,
but our roads are.
That's the thing. Like we've had a ton of like ice. A lot of it was frozen over, and it was just kind of nasty. But
that's usually what ours leads with, and that's why it shuts our town down because of it.
Our roads are not built to the same standard.
That's the thing. Like
it's completely.
You guys don't have the equipment to. Not like personally, but like road commission wise.
Yeah, so we don't have the equipment, and we also, our roads, because we get so much rain, they're built for rain. They're not built for snow and ice. So think about a curved road and what you're going to do on it in ice.
Nope. I'm good.
You're going to fly off it.
Fly?
You know what? Drink some Maker's Mark.
My ice is melting. Oh man. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good time today. We've got we're gonna talk about some Black Friday things that went on. Of course, I made some purchases, a lot of purchases.
I literally did so good up until Bronco Nation releasing their stupid new clothes today.
What did they release?
Their new holiday wear. Did I get a hoodie, long sleeve and 2 flannels? Maybe.
Whoa, I don't know what they do in Kansas, but
oh god,
6 inches of snow. I didn't get the chance to see. Ford Video Guy does a cool members walk around. We're members of his channel. He does a really cool, fun walk around, and I didn't get to see this week's where they're walking around snow. I seen a picture of it. He had snow all over his Bronco, and that's one more reason why I don't want to live in Kansas ever.
Why?
It's windy.
Oh,
it's snowy. And Kansas City Chiefs play there.
I saw.
I thought it was a sports nation.
Yeah, we're done with sports. I saw what Laura did with the boys, and it was actually really funny.
Yes, I saw that too. It was super cute.
That was cute.
Super cute.
She was supposed to be at where, Kelly?
Yeah, she messaged me and she was like, "I wish you guys were going to Badlands. We're gonna go to Badlands." And the boys were really pulling her to stay home because they didn't want to go. They wanted to stay home and play in the snow.
Aww.
And so she did the cool mom thing and stayed home with the boys and had fun with them. So
we'll try to get back up to the Badlands, Laura, so you can go off road with us.
Yeah.
It's a little closer than Hollyoaks.
A smidge.
Just by a little bit. Allie, Ford, everything okay with Ford over there in your neck of the woods? Yeah. Well, that's good. Allie today wanted to strangle me. We had about some Mustang issues, and I'm pretty sure. Yes, I can see it in her face now. She's like, "Yeah,
it's okay." I side text him and I told him to shut up, Allie.
Thanks.
It's cool.
I didn't say a word. But round 2 with the Mustang, where it's now at Murfreesboro Ford, which we're not.
But they came and picked it up.
Big fans of, and
I do like the mobile service. It is super convenient.
Oh, that's very nice, very nice. And our front of house person Josh has been super nice.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
He's been very upfront with things, but I don't think his technician was, because we sent the Bronco. We talked about this for past 2 weeks, but we sent the Bronco. They had it for a week. They somehow through an update fried the screen, the driver's screen for all your gauges and stuff. They fried that somehow, and
that shows your speedometer and everything.
Yeah, it wasn't their fault, but they were updating something about the computer system for the radio, and it fried that screen. So they
did actually offer for us to have it back though.
Yeah, they said, "Yo, you could drive it," because we have a manual tack. It's not like you would know. But I was like, "No, man, things happen. That was fine. No big deal there. We got our top warranted, which was nice." And that looks good. Have you really paid much attention to it? Probably not.
No, but I did see a Bronco in town today that I was like, oh, yours is broken too. But then I just realized that they never fully closed their soft top in the back. So it's like, that part that they have to put in, it was sticking all the way out. And I was like, that's gotta be a cold ride right now, because our cold right here is like 46 degrees. So ours is not Michigan cold, but it's cold right now.
It's been damn cold. So we got the new glass for the rear.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some
glass is plastic.
Whatever. There was some diode or something. There was something that initially got them in for a warranty repair. They did change the seat belt. They fixed that.
Yep, flip that around.
And there was the little light on the lock button has never worked since day one. It's just never worked on the driver's side. So I don't pay attention to it, but since we're on our last year warranty with it, you were like, hey, let's get it fixed. I was like, that's fine. I don't think they did a damn thing to that, because it still doesn't work. And now the driver's side passenger door in the rear there.
Not driver's side passenger, the rear driver's side door.
Now the window doesn't want to go up.
No, it will go up, but it won't. The auto doesn't work on either way, down or up, in the front seat. It does it worked in the back seat. I noticed when I pushed the button in the back seat for whatever reason. But when you open the back door and you shut the door, it doesn't do its down thing. It doesn't
lower and go back up.
So I've learned the workaround until we can get it in is I just roll down the window before I open the door, and I leave the truck on for a minute, and then I roll the window back up once I shut the door.
Well, we shouldn't have a workaround.
But we shouldn't have to deal with a workaround.
So I'm pretty sure they must have assumed it was the back door. Somehow communication's gotten screwy with that. I have a feeling they had the back door apart going, oh, I don't know what's going on with this.
Maybe.
These people are crazy. And because there's no reason.
No,
there was just no reason for this, whatever happened.
Yeah, because I can't imagine that it was fried as part of the head unit that they had to replace or anything like that.
Yeah.
So doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, the Mustang's in the shop right now. They're on top of that, and we will see what that's going to be like. But the Bronco goes right as soon as we get the Mustang back. The Bronco's back.
Yeah,
in
the
the
guy
shop.
actually said maybe we can plan it where when we drop off the Mustang, we can pick up the Bronco.
And you guys know I'm not a fan of this dealership, but they've been very accommodating for it. I did send Josh, our front of house, asked for pictures. I sent him pictures, and I know they'll take care of it, so that's not a big deal. But it is a kind of we got Christmas time, we got travel time, we get it's the worst time for things to happen. But these are first world problems, and they'll definitely take care of it. But I am already missing the Mustang, and there's a reason why, and I've got it on screen. The audience can't see it yet, but I'm gonna show you guys why I'm missing the Mustang.
It's not gonna happen.
This is a sad one that I can't have this. So 2024 Mustang Supercharger kit officially revealed. So this is from Ford Motor Company. This is their, it's
wasn't it released at
it's
SEMA?
Whipple. It's Whipple, but it's their version of it's finally released. And 800 horsepower, Kelly. 800 horsepower. Yeah, and the last
it's fast enough without.
The last GT 500 only had like 705, 708 somewhere in there. So this is so we almost have 500 now. Can you imagine?
No.
Imagine this
no.
It would be
because I found myself not really giving it a whole lot, and my back end. I know my back end. The back end of the Mustang will squirrel a little bit, and I'm not even trying to.
Deep
no, that's what I got. So I can't imagine.
That's what I've got. But
Blueford, if your infotainment screen goes black often and you're still under warranty, contact your dealer and tell him that they're doing that, because he said he has to have they have to have a symptom, not just, hey, I want my radio to be flashed. They have to have a symptom to look into it.
Yes, so it froze. But
it freezes.
Back to Mustang. So Lamborghinis make 800 horsepower, and some less than that. And this is in a pony car, man. And now, granted, this you're looking probably $3,500 to $5,500 for this, so that's a big chunk of money. But you know, it's the season to be giving. So if you guys would like to get us anything for Christmas,
The Mustang does not need this.
but it does.
No, because she's not going to be with us long enough to justify it.
Yeah, but more money
But
when
no.
we go to get rid of it.
No.
Come on.
And yes, Allie, you are right. It was released at SEMA this year.
Yeah,
and
I
see
know.
Maya go, Mom. Hey, Mom.
What's up?
There's snow outside. Hey, Mom.
Be like, hey. She had to go off-roading this weekend. It's snowing on Sunday into Monday. She's living her best little life.
But I think for Mustang owners, we do actually have Mustang people here, and that's would be pretty freaking cool. Let's see. Honest is talking $2,200. 776. Roush is 750. But the problem with this supercharger, you're changing out intercoolers and everything.
What
It's
are
not
you
just
doing?
it's not a simple. There's you got to put in new fuel injectors. There's a lot to this kit, but
Hey guys, I think
Still-
your sound's off.
Again? Check.
Or my sound's off.
check. No, we're good on my end.
We're good on our side.
But hey, by the way, is this the new camera or the old camera? Kelly's like, oh yeah.
Allie's like, I can't hear you or
Oh,
understand.
this is awkward.
Punch her and then bring her back. Can you hear us now? No.
Okay, hold on. It might be my stuff because they say they can hear you, but I can't hear you at all. Hold on.
Yeah.
We hear you perfectly. So as witness, Kelly, but all honesty, like, can you imagine the Mustang's 57,000? I know that was expensive, but you throw another $5,000. You know, if you think about this, the GT was 5715.
Mm-hmm.
Say this is we'll just say for shit's sakes, this is $5,000.
Yeah.
So what does that put us at?
63.
63. Guess what is?
I'm sorry, 62.
Guess what is around that price? A dark horse.
Yeah.
With only 500 horsepower.
Yeah.
That GT all day long is a better deal than the dark horse. All day long. And
Depends on what's a deal to you though, because people like the dark horse trim. People like all the dark horse accents, all the things that come with dark horse. I know for you,
I guess
you've not been a huge fan of the dark horse accents and all the other stuff, so it's not been a big deal to you. I personally love it.
Well, I guess I'm looking what I think of a car like the Mustang is I'm more interested in pure power.
You're looking at performance.
Yes, that's where I'm looking.
You're not
with
looking
that
at the
car.
aesthetics.
I'm not looking at if I want to. Honest to God, and I love our Mustang.
I probably did say dark horse.
Dark horse, but all day long, if I'm looking at this price range, if I want to, if for the money. Yeah, I'm GT with add this, and I think you've got an outstanding, really fast. I mean, you're probably faster than Corvettes.
Yeah,
C8s.
Ford Video Guy says add the supercharger, the dark horse, and you get an 850.
I don't know that you do. They're talking. There's a special there in this article. They talk. There's a special dark horse thing. The dark horse really is only what 20 more horsepower, maybe. And some of that is I've heard you can take there's some charcoal baffles in the air box or in the air the flow lines of the air. You can pull these baffles out and you get another 15 horsepower of a GT. But either way, 800 to 850. You're getting to those points.
Mm-hmm.
It's bananas. And one thing we have noticed since cool weather is coming around for us is we have summer tires. And
yes,
I didn't think about this when we purchased. I knew, okay, summer tires, they're a sticky tire.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to last 10,000 miles. You're going to have to change them. They're a performance tire. But I didn't realize, because I haven't run a sports car in a long time, that as soon as it got under 80 degrees,
unsticky they are.
Yes, as soon as you got under 80 degrees,
how slick they are.
Suddenly, like, she thought I was just having fun one day, and I was coming out of a parking lot pretty good, but not where normally it would have been like, oh, we're going to get sideways. I've had this car sideways easily, and that's with the 486 or whatever horsepower, man. Like it's. I don't think. Have you gotten into it? As cold as it's been. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
I have control issues, remember? I like to be in just enough control.
Yeah.
Like just enough to throw my head back and take off, not like
Yeah, but so we went out with some friends this weekend.
Yeah.
And they had their little Kia out. What did they got? I forget. Not a Carnival.
Kia Sorento.
Yeah, maybe the little SUV. It's a cute little car.
Yeah.
And he was funny. He lines up and he loves the Mustang. Jim
does. So yeah. So our rule with Jim, and this has been because we know that he really, really wants to drive the Mustang. Mm-hmm. So the rule since we placed our order was, okay, Jim, you can drive the Mustang if and when you drive the Bronco. And the reason for that is because he's such a Jeep fan.
He's a Ford.
He's a Ford
guy.
He's a Ford guy except for Jeep. And he knows that he's going to love the Bronco. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't want to drive the Bronco because they have a Jeep at home.
And he's rode in it.
Yeah, and he's rode in it, but he doesn't want to drive it because he doesn't want to be hooked. And his wife is already hooked. She's already ready to swap out the cars. And so Kelly has already driven the Bronco and she's fallen in love with it when we've wheeled it and everything else.
She's actually at the end of the most videos I do where you see the Bronco going through the river.
Yes.
I was filming Kelly ripping it through there.
And not this Kelly, the other Kelly. And so she's driven it, but Jim won't because he doesn't want to fall in love with it. So he really wants to drive the Mustang. And I've told him several times, it's like, you're welcome to drive the Mustang after you drive the Bronco. And he's like, I'm not driving the Bronco. I said, well, then you're never driving the Mustang.
Yeah. So we lined up at a light and we had talked about this. I was telling him, hey man, these tires in cold weather are not. Yeah. So we just happened to, when we left the restaurant, we lined up together at a light and I didn't try to stomp. I knew what it was going to do, but I was just trying to lightly go. Because I knew he's front wheel drive. Yeah. I knew it was going to, because it's so cold out and he has street tires on there, he was going to be able to go because I wasn't giving it everything. And he took off and Kelly has a little bit of video.
I do. And he smoked us.
And I know he didn't smoke us. But what was funny was, so after I'm easing, trying to take off, and I mean, just like there's a cop next to me. That's how easy I was trying to go. And once he got off on us a little bit, I was like, okay. I didn't stomp it, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it some throttle now, dude. In third to fourth, it was squirrely. It was I loved it, man. It was awesome. And of course, you open up the valves too, and we pull up next to him, and he
drives it with open valves all the time.
Oh, I'm in track mode 100% of the time, 100% of the time, and I love that car. But anyways, I'm the Mustang. We've got some updates to do about the Mustang. I haven't really got you to drive it. There's a video we need to do with you driving it and talking about your experiences with it. We don't even have 3,000 miles on that car yet.
Mm-mm. But we did a lot when we first bought it.
But we drive it, but we just like this week. Oh, so you were giving me shit on Marital Nation. We dropped our first video on Marital Nation. And they were asking about when the Marital Nation was going to kick in. But you were giving me shit because it was Black Friday. Mm-hmm. And I'd pre-warmed up the Bronco, and you were like, why's the Bronco warming up? What was that shit about?
Yeah, so we walked out, and he wants to take the Mustang everywhere we go. Like, everywhere we go, unless we're going somewhere and we know we're going to put a bunch of stuff in it, obviously. So as soon as we walked out and I heard which vehicle, because you can tell, needless to say, which vehicle has been started when you walk out of the house.
The Bronco does still with the AWE exhaust, so we'll still give it some rumbles.
Yes. So it is still loud, but it is nowhere near as loud as the open valved Mustang when he starts it. And I stepped down the first couple steps and I said, I'm going to ask him, I'm going to give him shit about this, to myself. He didn't even know it was coming. So I actually said to him as we walked in the driveway, and you'll have to watch the whole video, but I said to him, I said, why'd you warm up that one? And he was like, well, we're going to take the Bronco. Well, why are we taking the Bronco? Well, because we're going to town and we're going to the mall and I don't want to take the Mustang. So
because I don't want the Mustang beat to piss.
Right.
Before we, we get to do this. All right. I want to find this. We'll play this over here. And let's see. All the fancynesses here. All right, so this is Kelly giving me shit.
I love that you don't even think about the face.
Anyway, so that was part of Marital Nation over there. So
Yeah.
we got to go Black Friday shopping. Our daughter took us. She just had. There's especially now the internet deals are so good. There really is
there wasn't any. There
no
wasn't any
sound.
Can you hear us though?
No, I know.
Now?
I know what it was. But
if they can't hear you, they can't hear you. So don't talk.
So we just sit here and look at each other.
No, I thought you were fixing the sound.
No, on that video, yes.
Is it closed captioned?
That's why it's Marital Nation. Yeah, it's definitely closed caption. All right. Let's try this one more time. Hey, there's Allie.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Can you hear us now?
Now I can.
Nice.
Oh, there we go.
Welcome.
After restarting my computer twice.
Oh, no.
Your sound is horrible now. Anyways, let's try this one more time. So you should be able to hear sound now.
Is the Bronco warming up? Why aren't we taking the Mustang?
Yeah.
Because that's my awesome car, and this is the family ride.
How many times do we take that as the family ride?
I'm not taking that to the mall
Why?
because we're not getting that. That's got to go away soon, and I don't need it beat up.
So you want that to be a true mall crawler today?
Oh, you set me up for that, didn't you? Well, this one, we got rocks. This one can take a beating. Don't worry about this. Get in the truck. Anyways, hopefully you got. I'm not going to try again. Okay, good sound.
Yes,
I'm not going to try that again. But I will throw a link to that video. If you guys would like to watch this. If you're watching this on replay, we'll put a link below as well. But if you want to watch that down the road, watch that down the road. It's basically just going to be Side Eye Kelly over here giving me shit the whole time.
Why didn't you just call it Side Eye Nation instead of Marital Nation?
We can always change the name.
Like if that's the case. Welcome back, Allie.
Thanks.
Wrap up Mustang. So we'll do a video with you driving.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't get it, as we said, we can't get into it now because the roads will be cool. But
yeah. We'll have to wait for a warm day.
People have asked for your reviews on things. They did like your BMW review you did about 2 years ago, and that was the last one she's tried to do because, well, it's hard to get Kelly to do reviews.
You know why? Because this one already has a whole plan of what he wants, and then when you don't do it right, then he goes, no. So I don't like getting critiqued mid-review, so it's just best for me not to do them. That's why.
Awkward.
There we go.
Michael Nice says next time the answer is because Sydney has more legroom.
I'm gonna have to invite Michael on the show so he can give me shit face to face.
Yeah.
Let's see. Allie, YouTube Car Spotters Guide says hi.
Hi.
Let's see.
We're getting my life together today, okay?
Right. So we got to do this real quick because I forgot. And
give me the remote. All right.
Did you say the remote?
Whatever. Shh. Just sit there and look pretty.
Okay. Damn, I'm good.
Honest Smith in the house saying it's free. Hit the like button. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
yes,
Honest.
please. Doesn't cost you anything to give us that like. Blueford in the house. It's been a minute. Welcome back, sir.
I haven't seen Blueford since the car show.
I know. I was
And you
thinking the
didn't get
same
to see him
thing.
then.
I didn't. Nelazar says, I liked the build and price video. I don't know. I always find those fun to watch.
Thanks, man. I never know on those whether
Yeah.
people. I mean, I see. Obviously, I see the watch time and stuff. People will watch those, but Bronco. We've talked about this before. As far as Bronco news, it's slowed down a little bit. So hit or miss with people watching those. Thanks for watching them.
I think that 24s are going to be built soon.
Yep, that was part of that video.
Yeah.
From, 24. And how I'm pissed off that it's standard 12-inch screen now. Damn it.
Oh no, he's WTFing.
Yep.
Bronco 78 Adventures in the house. Michael Nice, of course. Hello. Eric Jefferson. Go Blue, back-to-back wins. Sorry, 3. What did you just push? What did he push?
Clapping.
Okay.
Wow.
Nelazar said IAG Black Friday was nice. They even gave gifts. I'm not going to spoil what mine was, but it was cool.
Oh, I know.
And then Michael Nice says, I'm thinking it's Kelly's money. It's just like it's Kelly's Bronco. Paul Elliott said, how many minutes until Marital Bliss Nation starts? Place your bets, boys and girls. Mark King checking in this evening says a room full of boxes says I might have bought too many things. We didn't have to convince you on anything, Mark. You did it yourself.
Mark posted on Instagram, man. His front yard is nothing but Star Wars, a battle scene, it looks like.
That's cool. That's cool.
Mark, tell me it's Hoth.
That's fantastic.
Zach N in the house saying, happy Monday. Hope the Thanksgiving weekend was excellent. Installed my Ford Performance tune in only days ago. Not sure MPGs yet, but the lower RPM response is real. I love it. That's awesome. Let's see. Bryce Gardner in the house. Valley Dude 5000. Frank B. It has been a while, Frank B. Welcome in. Welcome in.
5,000.
Alcione Ford says, hi, ATN fam. Go Bears. Minall Productions in the house. Nikki Brewer. Go Big Blue, Nikki Brewer. Bob Masters.
Nikki, no, it was Gia's birthday.
Gia's birthday was yesterday, I believe. Michael Cooper. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a great turkey day. Bud Guy 8829. R Raptor 24. Joshua Rittenhouse. And Valley Dude 5000 says there's 2 live on here and ATN live channels. And yes, we are live on both channels tonight. So definitely check them both out. Let's see. TN Code Monkey.
Watch live here. If you need to replay, go over to the other channel and it would help our watch hours.
Yep. There you go. Hello from the frozen tundra that is Michigan, Nikki said. Yeah. Whew, bless you. TN Code Monkey in the house. Jonathan Falds. Jack Evans.
TN Code Monkey in the house.
Ford Video Guy. Broken Lizard 03. Says got some great pics of students face planting all over the wall at the big game. Pam Bafus in the house. Jack Evans. And Van the Man. And Laura said Dark Horse is a sore subject. She messaged me today and she's pretty sad. She has to drop the handling package on her Dark Horse. So she's pretty sad about that. But we're glad to have you. We know it's going to still be a badass Mustang and we know you're going to love it. So, and Jason Leopold in the house. And if I missed you, it was not personal. It just means I didn't get a little checkbox next to you. So welcome in. Welcome you.
It's not personal.
Hey, Michael Dorinzo. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, thank you.
And Milton Hughes.
Yeah, Milton in the house. Milton just crossed a big milestone on YouTube.
Yeah.
He got monetized over on his channel.
Yes, congratulations.
Milton, what is the name of your channel again? I'm off. There's a million of them, and I always forget everybody's names, their channels. But big deal to start earning a little bit of money doing what you love. Speaking of which, you got to go over to Allie DuBois there, Allie DuBois, as it were, and subscribe to her YouTube channel if you have not yet. I know what it is.
We'll eventually start putting more videos up. I got some content from this weekend, but
nice.
Oh, I bet you're gonna get a whole bunch of snow footage.
Yeah.
The snow.
Well, see, now that like Maya's feeling better, I feel like I can have a life again.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, what's all the posters behind you? What's that for? Is there a reason for that big 24 behind you?
For stuff. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't know if there was some hidden
don't
meaning to
concern
that.
you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Van the Man says, I'm at a new dealership, no longer corporate, loving the family store vibe. That's awesome.
Nice. Van.
Congrats.
I'm at a family dealership. I think I would definitely like it more than corporate.
I can see that.
Yeah, we love Galley's dealership.
Yeah, I work for
Ford in Brighton, Michigan.
I work for a little bit smaller of a company than I used to work for a mega company, and it's definitely a different feel. It's definitely a different feel when you get to the smaller
we get away
side.
with like wearing whatever like we
Whoa.
want.
It's not
Like we don't have to wear
Casual Friday.
like we don't have to wear like super dress up stuff compared to like other huge franchise dealers around us. Like
You have a business suit you wear?
no.
Tie, everything?
Yeah, she's got a business suit. It's called a Bronco hoodie.
I
Or a
do.
Bronco Nation flannel.
The new flannel.
Yeah, seriously, Jordan. If Jordan, Laura, or London are in here tonight, y'all, you just spent all my money.
You just spent all my money.
Way to go, Bronco Nation.
I literally didn't do any First off, I didn't think the Black Friday sales were like super great, and I don't know what I want to do with my car yet anyway. But
a lot of the sales started like a week and a half before.
Yeah, well, used to be the Cyber Monday was so they didn't screw over little businesses, and now it's just gotten to where they don't give an F.
Well, yeah, you've got your small business Saturdays is essentially what they're doing. So that's a big.
They get
big
leftovers.
Movement. Well, it's a big movement in the small business world where they go, hey, support your small businesses. So there is some of that, whether people, kind of take advantage of that or not. But
so this is what Allie's spending her money on.
Yeah, so I got the hoodie, the long sleeve shirt, 2 flannels. Yeah. Easily.
Tell us you have a Bronco problem without telling us you have a Bronco problem.
I mean, is it a problem if I already know?
Yes, it's still a problem.
When do they go do some lives again? I haven't given Jordan shit in his live channel.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I actually like that one.
In a while.
Yeah, I like that one. Simple. I don't like lots of flash all over the place. Just give me simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, damn it. I can say that. Looks like some fun gear. Looks like some fun gear there. Man, I'm just losing everybody tonight. Sorry. Dog acts like he doesn't have a dog door suddenly. Wow, I just lost her. Oh, Kelly's gone. I'm out.
No, they always have for Black Friday.
They always have high quality stuff over there, though. So, except for their first members box, that was pretty awful. And I did give them lots of razzing for that when I got my membership over there early on. But they've done it. And Dave at the time, who was over there, used to be a big part of that. He was like, "Man, I saw your video." He's like, "We just changed that," and I just didn't. We did. He goes, "If I'd known you were going to review that, you would not have gotten that box of stuff." And like, you know what? It's okay. I just want to throw a couple dollars for support, anyways. I don't know. They've sent a bunch of stuff out lately, or I forget what it was, and I think I threw it away. I was just like, I'm just giving. I don't want it. I just help and support you guys. So, anyways, and speaking of supporting you guys, before I get into tonight's topic, I do want to bring this up. This was something I was looking at some news today to do some stories, and this one kind of come out of the blue for me. And Volkswagen says its core Volkswagen brand is no longer competitive financially. And now the article doesn't say this because it's CNN, and they're usually never going to like say the true reasons why. But Allie, you guys, I know you and Tim over there with the Ford video guy, you guys have talked about EV sales tanking, and you know who was all in on EV? Volkswagen, like all in. They've half their fleet now is already EV, and it's a miracle. People don't want to buy the products, and suddenly you're like, whoa, we're not competitive anymore. They lost 3% of market share like this past quarter, which is huge to lose that kind of market share. And how are things over on your end for EV sales? I know you guys have all been dumped with a ton of Mustangs, and what's going on with you guys there?
I mean, they're hit and miss. You have more people pushing back because of like government type of a thing. But I think if like more EVs were brought to light, like we have an electric Escape, no one talks about it.
Yeah.
Literally
I couldn't have told you that you guys had one.
Yeah. Literally no one talks about it. There's rumors that we're going to get hybrids in Bronco and Bronco Sport. We'll see if that's true. I think Bronco Sport would go first, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would stop, I mean, it's going to be political no matter what, and I don't want to get into politics because I really had to listen to enough today. But if people would like stop making it political and actually looked at some of the stats, I'm not saying go tow a huge trailer with an electric F-150. I'm not saying that. There's pros and cons to it, but I think it's being pushed in such a negative light that people don't really want to look at the options when it comes to that.
Well, there's definitely some issues because our friends with Tim and Jill over with Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, here's a link to their story. And I want to show this for a second because Kelly, you kind of been keeping up with Jill's issues with EVs, and obviously Jill's in Chicago.
Pam just goes never on Bronco.
But her family lives in Indianapolis,
Mhm.
and a story came out today about her charging issues, and kind of give us the high and the low there.
Yeah, I haven't read the story itself, but I followed her kind of story along on Facebook, as it may, and she was like, I just need 10 more miles to really kind of safely get to where I need to, so that she had some range. And she stopped, and she was at a slow charger. And she said it's an empty hospital parking lot.
Look,
and she was stuck at.
This is the line to get to. There's a chart.
I was getting, I'm not there yet.
Sorry.
So on her way to Indianapolis, she had to stop at an empty hospital that had the only charger was a super slow charger. So she had to just sit there. And so there were no facilities around at the hospital. And then on her way back, she left with 100% charge, and she had to stop. The closest place that she could stop that made sense for her was a Walmart parking lot. And as you can see in her picture, that's actually the line waiting to get in to an EV spot.
I'm
So
not surprised about that.
It's just crazy. I mean, and somebody made a good point. They're like, it's a holiday weekend, but there were a lot of chargers that were down and broken.
Yeah. Well, it come to light. I didn't realize this, but Charge America, the reason that it came to be was because of Dieselgate. Remember when Volkswagen, who we were just talking about, got into all that trouble for lying for that?
Yep.
Part of their money to be penalized, all that money went into helping fund Charge America. And I'm gonna have to read up more on the story because I do find it interesting. I forget where I heard that this weekend. Might have been Tim and Jill talking about it on their live stream the other night. But here's the thing: if we say the EV market grows at 10%, at this point, there is no way in hell they can build enough chargers.
Yeah,
they will never keep up with the amount of chargers. And not obviously, this is definitely from holiday weekend, but it just shows that, for one, I think people need to be responsible and have chargers at their house.
Yeah. That's the thing. There's not enough chargers. I mean, you're right. There's not enough chargers to go around. Like, our parking lot right now is sitting under construction waiting for our chargers. Like, we have phones everywhere. It's a disaster.
Well, and this shows definitely, I mean, obviously normal use. I know she's done this trip many times and still has some charging issues, it seems like, because she gets different press vehicles and there's different range. But
and she said the cold is giving her a problem this time too.
And cold has been a nightmare on these batteries. But I think that I think ultimately the responsibility, because look, there's the new Rivian SUV, there's Volkswagen. It seems to be all the brands are in there, but I think people just need to, if you're going to buy an EV, you better at minimum get a level 2 charger, which you can get. It's 220 in your house. We have a charger currently. I don't mention the brand anymore because we've had a falling out, but at minimum we would need that. We use trickle chargers here, but when we take EVs out, we're not going 40 miles max probably.
Well, and we noticed it too when we went to the mall this weekend. How many gas powered vehicles were sitting in the charging spots on Black Friday weekend because they could.
Well, and I don't know how legally they, cop going to write you a ticket for that. They don't.
Right.
Cops aren't cruising the malls looking for, for handicap spots and all that stuff. They assume people are decent.
Yes,
people.
they are.
Lies. Lies. But
Especially
back to the Volkswagen
holiday
thing to wrap this little bit up. It was amazing to me though that how a lot of these brands are learning real quick. You want to get all those early adopters, and you want to be the cool. Look, we're the cool green brand, whether you think it's green or not. Now they're paying for it because sales are hurting.
Well, and it is fun. Oh, I'm sorry.
And Volkswagen, who was all in on EV, we were going to be the first to go all EV. Now they're paying the price.
Well, and you and I talked about this before Jill's article came out. We talked about this when we had the Nissan Ariya. The infrastructure is just not there. It's not ready. Like, it's not ready for all of the vehicles on the road to be that. And yes, there are some at gas stations and things like that, but the maintenance is the hard part that they're having, because that's what Jill ran into a lot was maintenance.
That nobody wants to work.
I didn't say that, Allie. I'm just saying the maintenance of it, because if you consider it, parts go out. These aren't. I don't imagine that they're exactly easily readily available parts.
They're less maintenance than a gas-powered vehicle because there's no oil changing.
I'm not talking about the vehicle itself. I'm talking about the charger.
Stations. No, that's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people, the reason they want to adapt to Tesla style charging is due to the fact that Tesla is building quality chargers. Their stations, when they work, they work. BP just announced they were buying a big chunk of Tesla chargers.
Sorry, I'm trying to decide if I need to let him out again.
He might go on his own. But a lot of these brands are learning, hey, we better buy quality stuff. And I don't think Charge America is putting out a quality anything. No. So
they were first to market. They were just first to market.
Yeah, well.
I will say I like their app and it telling you, hey, is the fast one available or is the not fast one? You know, their concept is good, but the execution is just not there yet.
Yeah.
Facts.
In hybrids, I mean, the comments have been hybrids right now are the way to go. I think had, you know, with the I think the Obama administration was really pushing and starting the credits, and then you know, the Trump administration, they just kept those credits going for this. Had we worked those credits in for just hybrids initially, and let the EVs be the Cadillacs right now. You know, your luxury brands always test the new products. They always kind of let the customer that can afford to fix them, let those customers buy it, which kind of Tesla did. But the your Chevrolets and everybody want to just push and push and push to get into this market, and just let the go hybrid. You know, the Prius was a really good car for fuel economy, and obviously it was kind of ugly, the early gens, and wasn't desirable, but a lot of people bought them and they liked that 60 to 80 miles, you know, they were getting out of them.
Well, but before we pivot off of this,
we're going to pivot.
Before we pivot off of this, somebody made a good point on Joel's post too about, and it may have been Joel that made the comment, I don't remember, but the problem is too, the hybrid versus EV, if you run out of battery and you're in the cold weather, you're screwed. Yeah, at least in a gas hybrid, you've got the ability, you've got that gas backup, and you're going to stay warm from that perspective. Even if your car
I wouldn't mind like a hybrid like that, like our plug-in Escape, like because you have half battery, half gas. Like some of my customers are getting killer gas mileage with this, and it would be very hard to do everything I do, obviously, like with one. But if I had a very different lifestyle that could like have it, I would 100% have it.
Yeah.
Well, if they came out with something like that, like.
Well, for you said you commute what 20 miles each way. Could you imagine like it would be pretty easy to do a hybrid for you and get great fuel economy? But you know,
or just to have it as a second car, I would love it.
Our friend, I forget Tanya's outlet, she was having some EV issues about charging issues, and I think she jumped in on Jill's conversation of that, and she was talking about how much more expensive it was for her to charge for less mileage than it was for a gas powered vehicle, and I think Tanya would be more pro EV. Like it was kind of unusual that she went in that direction. But it's interesting out there. I don't want to beat this topic up, but this was a good comment. The new Ram Charger is going to be a game changer because they're using a small displacement engine as it's more of a generator than it is for pushing the wheels forward. So that might be interesting. But what were you pushing?
The last comment I wanted to bring up before we moved on was Van the Man says, I live in a 2 college town. No problems finding a charger in town. It's the road trip I'm concerned with. And that's the thing too and Jill had mentioned this too, because she lives in Chicago, and you know, the issue isn't when she's near home. The issue is going to her parents.
She has done some stories on safety. Of where chargers are. It's not like you're at a gas station, and that's going to change. But, Chicago may not be the safest at night. You need to charge,
but like to the point where she ended up having to land in the empty hospital, you know, empty hospital parking lot. And I know Tim had done where he was kind of stuck in a hospital parking lot, or no, I'm sorry, he was stuck at a completely different location where he had dropped a family member off for a doctor's appointment or something.
Oh, yeah,
and he was afraid to have to go.
Yeah, he had to go leave
so far away because there wasn't the chargers at the location. So definitely some things that'll have to, you know, come out before, you know, they kind of roll out to the masses.
And I know it sounds like we beat up on EV all the time. I like EV. I really do. I for daily commuting around here, I think it would be perfect for us. But till we get the infrastructure for it, I'm not going to consider, for us as a daily.
Yeah.
Any more comments there, you ladies? I wanted to bring up.
Ford Video Guy says, I like EV. Many people would do 80% of their charging at home. It's not for everyone, just like Bronco and Mustang isn't a cut for everyone. Having an EV model is good for Ford.
Oh, of course. 100%.
Yeah, having a broad spectrum.
Yeah, they
of
can't
vehicles.
they had to, of course, they were first to market with pickup trucks, but they had to do that, even though the Lightning's not. If they do, I wouldn't do a Gen 2 of the Lightning. I think you sort of tarnish the name with that a little bit by the mileage that it doesn't get. I would come out with something completely different for the next gen pickup truck where you're getting 400 and 500 miles. But I think Ford had to. You have to be a part of the segment or you'll get forgot about real quick.
Yeah. Mark says if the Lightning had an optional range extender, it would win. The BMW i3 is perfection. 100-mile EV range with a gas backup.
You could do you could put a gas powered generator in your truck.
I don't know how environmentally friendly that is supposed to be, and if you would make it to your destination with a gas powered
imagine how loud
generator in the back with the exhaust.
That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, but anyways, I do like the Mustang thing. Does strike me funny that you guys are flooded with Mustangs and you can't
hit that last one. Nelazar says, okay, someone needs to say it. Just because it's an EV does not mean the car needs to look like Blade Runner.
Tell Nissan that. Which we
the
did.
Aria doesn't look terrible.
I didn't say it looked terrible, but it's a little futuristic.
Nissan's
having trouble.
Because you don't have to say it.
Right.
They're having trouble selling that. The Titan outsold the Aria.
Wow.
Yeah, and the Titan's dead.
Wow.
So,
which is sad. Well, that's a whole nother show though.
Yeah. And one last topic before we get to this. I used to do this on my Nissan show all the time. I used to throw up the old numbers, but I think the Ford people can handle this better than Nissan because Nissan, the numbers are always nearly zero. Sales figures are out for third quarter, and looks like Escape was one of the big winners there. So that's good. 38,000.
Wait, no, not the Escape, the Edge.
Where?
49% market share.
No, that's plus.
Oh, improvement.
Quarter.
Yeah. So you're looking top. Yeah. Sorry, this is the first time I'm seeing he didn't share this with us ahead of time.
So 38,774 of those little bastards sold in Q3.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts, man. And Bronco, though,
you'd have thought the Bronco Sport would have sold because it's the same idea.
It's not far behind 33,232.
No, but I'm saying you'd have thought because it's a sportier looking.
What is it? Is it the Escape and Sport that are built on the same platform? Okay, well, I mean, still, you're doubling up your sales of what one vehicle would do for Ford. That's low hanging fruit, and that's.
Laura said it's because it's the only thing they could get out.
Hey, man, it's all right.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You sell what you sell.
Yeah, people need vehicles.
I mean,
but
honestly,
Ford Explorer.
You have a lot of people comparing Escape and Bronco Sport now. Like a lot. Like when people come into a test drive, I'm pushing the hell out of Bronco Sport over Escape.
Yeah.
I think they're more capable. I think they're more comfortable. I do think they're a little bit smaller than the Escape. So I think if they tweaked Baby Bronco just a little bit, I honestly feel like you could just get rid of Escape.
Yeah, I could see it.
Just get
but
rid
not
of
with
it
these
just
numbers.
a little bit.
Yeah, but why would you want to if you're
I
double
know.
dipping in
Give it a couple more years.
Yeah, especially if you're like Dave said, if you're double dipping on the same platform, two different vehicles, and you're hitting, let's see, 38 and 33. What's that? 70,
almost 80,000,
70-ish,
71,000. If you're hitting 71,000 with the same platform,
and that's Q3.
That's just in the quarter.
Here's year to date. So we'll say 96.
So you're hitting almost 200,000 vehicles on the same platform.
Yeah.
So why would you?
No way, they're not giving
that up. But the big Sport better, okay.
Big loser.
No, I'm with you.
Big loser was Ford Explorer, and the Ford Explorer is the one vehicle that I wish we could get in Ford's press fleet. We've kind of struggled with that, but that's the one vehicle
I want Everest so bad.
Hey, you and me both. Trust me, I did a video on this. But Explorer's down, I think, because they do know there is a refresh coming of that. So you're going to start seeing sales tank on that.
Speaking of Explorer, if you're looking for one, Laura has one for sale, and it's pretty badass. And yeah, if I had the 80K,
the Timberline's the way to go.
This one isn't. She's got a.
Oh no, that was
no, that's Expedition.
No, that's an Expedition.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not the Timberline.
Bronco, 32,888 of those little.
That's even with the stripe.
Yeah. So almost 100,000 for the year. So they're going to sell probably 120, maybe.
Well, they're trending to sell another 30,000 in the quarter, but then again, they might have slowed down a little bit due to
Q4 is going to be. I think we'll see a hit in Q4. But Mustang Mach-E sales 14,000. So up 42.
Okay, now I have to ask. So these sales numbers, are these vehicles sold to actual people, drove them off the lot?
Yes.
It's not, hey, we delivered these to dealers.
No.
These are
registered
ownership. Yeah. Okay, just checking. Because I know we talked about this. Like the Mach-E would be number one up there.
Yeah. But for SUV sales, I thought that was kind of interesting. I was looking for the Bronco.
So why is this number? Forgive my ignorance on this. Why is the Ford EcoSport a 0?
Because they're gone.
Yeah.
Thank
I don't know.
Lord.
Again, forgive my ignorance.
Well, no, I mean just assume.
Thank the
Lord. I mean, I assume, but I didn't know if it was
those should have never come from India.
Is that where they came from?
Yes.
Oh man.
Well, the reason I ask is because I know the Transit is a beast to try to get and get any in. So I didn't know if this was one of those vehicles that it's an imported vehicle.
Which I've had people
Transit
asking
is a really
so
touchy subject for dealers right now. Okay.
What is
Transit?
Transit.
Oh,
I've had people asking in that video review we did of the one you had. I had so many people going, "Why can't I find these?" And I feel like, for one, you got to look on the Ford Pro website, and two, you got to find a pro dealer.
People want to bitch about how long Bronco took. I have Transit customers waiting longer, and it is a metal tin box. Like, it's ridiculous.
Sorry, Dave's turn. Michael Nice says, "Darn it, Dave, spreadsheet format."
Laura, poof, done. Yeah.
See, I didn't again. See, I follow what I like, and apparently I didn't like the Ford EcoSport. So
okay, here's the thing. I won't bash it. I'll try really hard not to.
Let me find a picture for those that don't know.
It was a great car.
Yes, Mark, it is a full-size van. It is typically the work vans that
the Transit, see. Not the EcoSport.
Yes, the Transit, not the EcoSport.
The EcoSport was great for like a first-time college student trying to buy a car.
Oh, yeah.
Great for that. Yeah. Can it get through the snow? No. Can it load a bunch of stuff? No. Did it get gas mileage? Yes. That's about all I had working for it. Yes, Laura, or the little old lady going to the grocery store.
Okay. So here's on Ford's website. Goodbye, EcoSport. Hello, new adventures. It's been a fun ride over the past years. We couldn't be prouder of our spirited, up for anything compact SUV. Even though Ford EcoSport will be going away, we think we have a few vehicles in our lineup to fill your criteria for versatility, driving enjoyment while seeking new endeavors. Please click this button and explore all of our SUV options. Okay, so that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
It's one of those that you've seen and would.
It's similar to my mom's Buick Enclave or whatever she's got. Her little one.
Yeah.
Her little she's got.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even smaller, I think.
Yeah,
okay.
This was
so it's like a Kia Soul size.
This is like the Chevy Trax.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. No, so my mom's is even bigger. Okay.
We had so many people coming in and like comparing the Trax to the Escape. I'm like, no way. Like, can't do it.
Okay. So there's the tiny little thing that's no longer. Got it. Okay, cool. I'm back.
Is this Learning Nation?
Yes. Because I didn't know what it was. So I wanted to make sure I showed for those that weren't willing to step up and say they didn't know what it was either.
Weren't willing. Because they didn't care.
Hey, you know what?
Bad.
I'm here for all of you.
It's bad.
You're a very kind person.
I know. It's what I'm here for.
Yeah, right.
Ford Video Guy says escape with a third of the cargo room.
That's generous. I'd say a fourth.
Nelazar says Allie forgot the security feature. If someone sees an EcoSport, is it likely to be broken into? No. It does kind of look like a Spark.
But that was a titanium, so 4-inch screen. All
fancy.
Well, the screen was as big as the front end of it.
That is the screen.
Okay, let's keep moving. Next.
All right, we will pivot.
What else should Ford bring over?
Did you just use my word of pivot?
Pivot?
You just said pivot. Pivot. Bat. Sorry.
What should Ford bring over? Everest.
Duh.
I think if they bring Everest over, the Explorer probably goes away.
Okay. Replace it.
Every cop vehicle out there is an Explorer. I mean,
that is true.
That's a big sales.
I'd be curious to know how many of the Explorer numbers are to Leo's.
So they can keep it for that.
Show that.
What'd you say, Allie?
I said they can keep it for the police.
Well, they still have to build them, Allie. And then they need it's a whole. You need volume to make them cheaper.
So, I forgot how to do this.
Present.
There we go. Ford Everest. Oh, nope.
I got you.
There she goes. See, she's capable. Leave her be.
Ford Everest.
Hey, it looks like a Ranger and a Bronco had a baby.
I know. I think that's why I like it so much.
Yeah, it's totally the Xterra.
Body on frame SUV. You would get either the 2.3 or the 2.7 in it. It would open it up. They could do a Raptor version of this.
Speaking of, yes.
The problem with this vehicle though is where do you build it? So map is already over.
What platform is it on?
It's on the Ranger Bronco platform.
We just got rid of the Edge.
No, but map is already overworked.
But we
as far as is the volume that I think Ranger is going to bring to them and what Bronco's doing. That plant, we'll say that plant's maxed out. I know they'll always say, "Hey, we can do more," but to make that vehicle, you need a plant to build it, and it's built on the Bronco. It's built on that T6 platform. What? Yeah, no kidding on us. No kidding. But it's built on that platform. So ideally you'd want it built there.
Yeah.
And that plant's so small. It's a small plant.
Yeah.
It's not a huge plant. So I don't know where you would build it. Does it go to Mexico basically?
Canada.
And if it were to, I mean, ideally, I hate to say this, ideally, I think Mexico would be the place to build that because you want a cheaper labor situation for that vehicle. It's still going to be $45,000 to $65,000.
Oh, for sure.
And so they need to make profit with that one. And so I don't know. I feel like to have a build partner, it needs to be built in the same location. So, but I think eventually MAP loses Bronco. I hate to tell MAP people that because they'll always say, well, no, it's always built here. But if it were to start cranking up volume where it's 150 to 200,000 a year, like Jeep does, they don't keep up with that.
I think with how everything is, Ford's going to stick to the custom order thing. We're not going to have hundreds of vehicles on our lots anymore. I mean, Ford's made it perfectly clear.
Well, and I think it would be smart of Ford to, if they did start to turn numbers where it needed its own plant, then I think you just turn MAP into a Bronco plant and you move Ranger.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing with Bronco. Now, Ford has been pretty good. They're not like GM or Ram where it's like we want to shove everything down to Mexico we can to make a lot of money. But at some point, you got to look at Bronco is getting expensive. I just did that build and price on it. It was $63,000 for our Bronco, basically.
It's not going to change that it's expensive, though.
Listen, no, but the problem is we do know labor's just went up quite a bit. How much further can you push the price of the Bronco? You get a normal Bronco into the $60,000 to $75,000 range, it's going to slow down in sales. And I think let's look at what Jeep does, because Jeep just brought out the Rubicon X. That's their ultimate luxury. You get all the bells and whistles with their Wranglers, and it's in the 70s. And that's a lot of money for a vehicle that, for one, not quiet. And I love the Bronco. It's the most fun SUV we've owned. But you can't hide from the fact it's not quiet. People expect it. You start getting that price range. People expect what the Everest would be. Quiet. It's going to be nice amenities in there. It's capable.
Oh, you mean internal quiet?
Yes. It's capable, but are we really going to take it? No, we want to live the dream like we're going skiing, but we're never going skiing.
And you wonder why they killed off the Xterra.
No, well, that and fuel economy for that, but and it couldn't pass crash testing. But either way, I think Ford's got, in the next 5 years, they're going to make some shifts. They've got to.
So, Allie, what do you think, since Dave's been monopolizing the whole conversation, when you tried to jump in on it?
I don't know. I think Ford's pricing is getting ridiculous. I did price out at 24. See, this is the longest I've ever kept a car.
Good for you. Good for you.
Oh, that's a round of applause right there. And she would have a Raptor in her driveway along with Bucky.
I would, if that didn't get effed up. So, thanks, Ford. Thanks.
We actually had a Ford conversation today, which we'll talk about after you're done, Allie.
The thing, it's funny because, I got my Bronco October of 21. It's stickered for 52. Well, okay, I guess it's stickered for 56. My D plan was 52. I just priced out at 24. And I'm just maybe I'm content with Bucky right now, but I'm at 49,000. I'm almost at 50K. And I'm I'm going to have to start changing tires. I'm going to have to start looking at longer term maintenance, all of this stuff. But it's as much as I want to keep sticking in the Bronco line, it is getting expensive. And I'm only one person. I don't have a significant other helping pay half the bills.
Are you telling me that dog's not working? Are you telling me the dog's
Maya's not earning her keep?
Hey.
She's earning her emotional keep.
She gets toys and treats and everything sent to her. That is the most spoiled dog on the face of the planet.
Well, think about this, Allie. So when you of course you leased yours, I think, initially, and then bought it out or something like that. You said,
yeah, after 6 months I bought it out.
What's roughly your interest rate on that vehicle? Just a ballpark. It doesn't.
3.95.
All right, I guarantee you're not getting it.
No.
What do you think, just ballpark? Because I'm assuming you have pretty excellent credit and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking about.
I'm looking longer term because I have to.
Yeah.
And so, but you're also talking about still going to be higher payment.
Oh, 100%. It's going up to at least $100, $200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Math is math. God himself cannot change math.
We actually had that conversation with our daughter tonight, how I like math. Her dad likes history. I like math because whatever formula, as long as I know the formula.
It blows my mind. And I'm not going to get into dealer talk, but I will for a minute.
That was Allie.
Yeah. It blows my mind the amount of people that just come in and look at a $60,000 car that want to be at $300 a month or $400. It's daily though. That's the thing. It makes me want to bash my head against my desk.
That's because people have no sense of what they cost unless they're car people.
Is it though? Is it some buyers that are so out of touch is because they only buy maybe every 8 years?
Some
people.
No, they know there's 60,000.
No,
right?
it's champagne. It's champagne taste with the beer budget is what it is. 100% all the time. But I'm just because I look at the numbers all day long. I know walking into it, I'm I know my payment's going up, but it's I know what I want too. So,
well, it's we knew when we were going into the Mustang, we had a ballpark idea of what we were going to be paying, but we're also car people, so we understand. And we also knew what our interest rate ballpark was going to be too. And it wasn't going to be Bronco interest rates. So, so we knew what we were kind of getting ourselves into, but we are also research people before we take that awkward step into the dealership and go, oh, you can't give me a $60,000 vehicle for $300 a month?
When we first got married, my credit was shit.
Yeah.
And I did that. I went to buy a new truck or a used truck, and they quoted me. I think back then it was 800.
Oh
but
man,
they
I
quoted
just
me for
got a
the truck.
weather statement until 2 a.m.
Oh, watch out.
But I remember back then, of course, they ended up bending because they saw my credit and they were like, "Oh, we can really nail this guy." And that's where me and you work together. And if it's a vehicle for just me,
yes,
usually you have to be the realistic one.
Yes.
And unfortunately, now that I brought you into the car world like this,
I don't have that. I have I wing it. I'm just like,
well,
we'll figure
Allie,
it out.
don't feel bad because we don't either have it anymore because if anything, we egg each other on.
The day I told her to come on, let's build a Mustang, she was like, she never told me no. Ever. So,
yeah.
And I appreciate that because I love my Mustang.
See, you see what happens? See what happened was.
So let's get out dealership talk. We'll do that another time. But
but I mean, they're getting freaking expensive.
They are.
Yep. And speaking of expensive, it's Black Friday time. You know,
Michael Nice sounds like Kelly's been carrying the team for a while.
Wow.
No, but it is funny because I did actually come in and make sure that he was a little more financially sound.
No, I went through
things because he'd gone through a divorce.
Divorce that my ex decided to just stop paying things without telling me.
Yeah. So I had to say no a lot.
That's fun though.
What?
Nothing.
Rewind. All right, so we'll get into a happier topic. I'm curious what you guys bought this week. If you bought your Broncos, your Mustangs, anything that you Ford products you own, what did you get? What kind of deals did you find? Allie, you said you didn't feel like there was for you, and I guess your needs. You may not need. You
know why? Because Allie's truck already has everything on
but she's
it.
pretty content. It's not like she needs a new suspension lift.
Right.
She seems pretty content where her Bronco's at right
That's
now.
the thing. Everything I do with my Bronco, I have, and the only thing I would do is maybe 35s, but then I'd have to put a leveling kit on it, and it's like I don't really like. I like the way my Bronco looks with 33. Some people give me shit for it, but I like it. It's my car.
Well, and you know what's funny, Allie? The reason why you have all those things is because you don't have the other half telling you to not do that, because I'll be like, no, we don't need that right now. So there is that.
True.
that does it sometimes. But it didn't happen this weekend.
Oh no, because it was going on whose Bronco?
My Bronco.
Yeah. So therefore, it was the.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I could have done without the things that you wanted to put on my Bronco.
True.
So, just saying.
So I'm curious. So Allie, there was no other than clothing. There was nothing.
We got nothing
there. I'm only bringing this up because they're one of the easier websites to pull up. IAG had a bunch of sales going on.
They had a lot of good sales going on, I thought.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Up to 50% off on select things.
And still, it's through December 3rd, it says.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Nice. But
there's a free gift with purchase. I don't know what it is, but somebody does.
It says over $4.99.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have paid attention, they started adding.
Oh, that is cool.
They started adding more vehicles to what they're selling too. F-150 now. Mm-hmm. They're doing some Jeep stuff as well. But yeah, I like they've revamped their website a little bit. It looks cool. I would be really interested in this, except for the fact that I would drop them trying to put them on the wall, hanging them.
It's a true story.
I've actually been looking at that, and I want to talk to JJ about that because I have a couple of questions, but I think that is the most unique thing that has come to the market for storing doors, mm-hmm. besides the PVC pipe hack that everyone did at first. Mm-hmm. I really like that.
I do too. I just don't have a garage. Well, I have a garage.
We have a garage. It just doesn't.
It's not, honestly.
I have to redo my garage, so nothing's going in it.
You have what?
Said I have to redo my garage, so nothing is.
The pavement ends now. Says, Dave, did Jackie get a snorkel?
I haven't said yet. There's a couple things we had one person I did on our socials. Guess which suspension lift?
Ish.
I just gave part of it away. But guess what suspension lift that
ish. They weren't specific.
No, but there was. I'm saying there was one close.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The ish
close.
It was close.
But
yeah, Mark's seen it.
well-
Mark knows it's a storage unit.
Well, I'll let it go till the end. Well, I can't let it go because I'll tell it tonight. But anyways, Justin Zimmerman needs to reach out to me. We'll send him a nice little prize pack.
Yes.
Because Justin Zimmerman got close. But IAG, there's a ton of companies out there. I tend to look at their website because I like their website seems to be easy for me. I liked all their accessories and stuff. But they were having some deals there, and that was pretty exciting to me to see. I like to watch. I kind of this year had a specific. I had goals. Okay, so
hashtag goals.
So my company where I work, we get a end of the year bonus based on your performance. I'm always a kick-ass employee, so Kelly's our kick-ass employee over here at All Terrain Nation. But there's no bonus program here yet. Sorry.
Damn it.
Nor a full-time program. But hey, with your help by smashing that like button and clicking subscribe, there could be that bonus program.
To all 3 channels.
Yes. And Patreon. Remember Patreon.
Laura, he's dragging it out.
I am dragging it out.
He's gonna.
I am dragging it out. So let's see here. I've got it up here. If I could get stupid.
See, even if we had a 3-car garage, it wouldn't be good because Jason Leopold says my 3-car garage only has my 64.5 Mustang in it. Other than that, it's a storage unit as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Nelazar says, and a humble employee.
Yes. Yes. Very humble. Why is this not going away now?
Because you're on F11.
No, I don't want. That's what. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. All right. So
Producer Kelly from the background.
No. Drum roll, please. When I was looking for Lyft, I wanted a quality company.
Yes.
So I wanted a quality. I didn't want to do a spacer lift. I've talked about for 2 years. I've been looking for a lift for your Bronco, for our Bronco.
For Kelly's Bronco.
And I didn't want something, we had talked to one company about their spacer lift. They were going to send us one out. They will not be named, but for us to try and just it never hit the door. Checks in the mail, but never hit the door. So they were out. And there's a lot of there's Radflow, there's all kinds of companies, 4-wheel parts. I could really honestly consider the 4-wheel parts lift because I like it's an American made coil, which is kind of important to me.
And for the record, it's the communication. It wasn't the reason that product didn't show up at our house, for the record.
There was something. So let's see here. So let's bring it up. So we went with Icon. And I know Icon can be a little bit pricey, but they're out of California. I like what they do. They seem to build a quality product always now. I mean, you can get a lot of money in their suspension lifts, but I didn't have that kind of money. My bonus at work wasn't that good. But so yeah, we went with this is the Sasquatch lift, which it trips me out that I have to there's a difference between Sasquatch and non-Sasquatch. What are you giggling about?
Honest.
Oh. But
because he knows I need vodka to get through the day with you.
Marital Nation. Anyway, so this is what we went with. You do get what I liked about it too. It's no pictures down there.
Right there.
No, I meant they have some pictures of the lift somewhere. 2.5 to 3 inches of lift, probably 2 inches. I just want the Bronco up just a little bit because I think Sasquatch package from the factory just looks like it sits. Obviously, they can't they don't want them sticking way up for crash testing, but I think Allie's. If I put mine next to Allie's, her probably looks taller than mine on 33s than the way ours looks currently.
You mean next to mine?
To Rebecca.
I can cancel this purchase real quick.
Michael Nice says all those super chats and you didn't get portals.
Yeah, Michael. There haven't been a super chats in a long time. But and then Google gets half of our super chats. So yeah, that's a bummer. That's why I've been honestly pushing Patreon. You guys want to support us because they take a quarter of what Google does. But the Icon, I think it's a good lift. It's a tube tube upper control arms and full all the way around new coils on this thing. It'll ride just like it does now, maybe better. And we'll get the upper control arms. Like they have the aluminum. I think they have pictures of them. Well, besides here. So you have, these are the aluminum upper control arms. They probably are stronger, but ultimately I'm not taking this thing out. I'm not going to the Baja 500 with it. The tubular upper control arms will be fine. So we'll be able to keep our, I wasn't saying that for you to do that, but thank you, sir. But I think that you want upper control arms anytime you lift these things, because you want the geometry to be factory. So you're not just cranking these things higher and higher, and then your CVs, everything pays the price for that. So this will be a nice riding suspension lift on that. And once again, Justin Zimmerman. Justin got it. I said it had to be exactly. And Justin he even said stage 3, but there's 2 stage 3 lifts, so I couldn't say yes, you got it.
So Bronco 78 asked,
what is the difference in Badlands suspension, Sasquatch and non-Sasquatch? I'm not sure on these what makes the difference. I often wondered,
it's at my desk.
I often wondered though for Badlands, is it because of the sway bar disconnect? But I'm not sure on this, so we'll figure it out.
I had a very specific customer. It's at my desk somewhere.
And they probably asked that question, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, he would not make a decision on which one to order.
Yeah. But these are expensive. No doubt about lifts or just.
Van the Man said it's the sway bar disconnect.
Yeah.
And it's one more
Well,
thing.
but Van, they talk though in this, it's Sasquatch, non-Sasquatch lift.
On here.
Yeah, so it's they don't really define either way.
It has nothing to do with Badlands.
Yeah, Pamela says
find out.
sway bar either way. But I'm happy to we got no discount on this other than the Black Friday. They offer 20%, well, 19% is what they offered on these. That was still a deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you consider that's more than shipping. So I'm going to be pretty happy with this.
So will this be a leveling kit as well?
Well,
so I'm still going to get the rain drip.
Well, you want some of that dip because of braking.
That's not the dip I'm talking about the drip, the rain drip through the window.
Through the window? Yeah, I can't help you on that one. Talk to Ford.
That I'm pretty sure is what caused our lock button to stop.
I don't think it ever worked.
I'm not going to lie, neither of mine light up. So
see, both of mine do when the lights are on.
But I'm out of warranty, so I also don't care.
Yeah, I understand that, Tim. But their difference is Sasquatch versus non-Sasquatch. I know the stay bar.
Yeah.
But they don't define that, so I don't know. I'll find out when I install this lift. Whatever.
Yep. And this will probably be usually I'm a part of installs. Michael Nice. Will there be a Kelly install video to follow?
Yes, she'll be like this going, look, they're doing it.
Probably. Yeah, that's probably going to be it, because I don't tend to get into the heavy installs just because it's not that I can't do it, but I don't know how to explain why he usually wants it to go faster than me learning through the process of it.
I teach her. She's learned to do brakes, and you did the rock sliders on your Xterra. I showed you how to do that.
So my point is that this is such a big project that I think it's going to take a lot of time anyway. So I will turn a couple.
I think 2 hours I could have this in.
And if I was doing it with him, it would probably take 4, because I would want to read the instructions to a T, and he's not going to do that.
These are pretty, like the upper control arms, 2 bolts, pop those out. Normally you're going to want to break you'll have to break it free through the ball joint, but that's usually a couple of swings at the hammer that'll break free. You pop the lowers out to get the coils out. It'll be easy.
Yes, I will be directing and reading the instructions is what will be happening.
But
while I drink supervisors.
Wine.
Yes.
Yes.
Laura won't be there with her wine, but I will find some wine or some cider. Yeah.
Oh my Lord, my dog is driving me nuts.
I've fallen in love with the Aldi Cranberry Wicked Growth. So if you have an Aldi, check it out. Sorry.
Don't buy their
meat. Not
meat.
Sponsored.
Don't buy their meat. It's awful.
But he loves our our drink storage.
Yeah, we went to a grocery store and somehow bought a cabinet. How does that work? Anyways, so I wanted Icon. Once again, we'll end with this. I wanted Icon because I knew it was a quality company. They're going to do quality products. These are rebuildable too, which matters. If you go off-roading a lot, you will eventually beat the piss out of your coils, and they will need to be rebuilt. And 2 hours, let me know how that goes. It's not going to be just me though, Mark. You're going to be here.
So Laura says Dave is an extrovert like me. So Laura, funny story.
I'm not.
You're actually an extrovert around everyone. He's only an extrovert around people that he knows are of like mind of him from a vehicle perspective or those types of things. I was to take him to like one of my work functions or anything like that, he would literally be the guy standing in the corner, not talking to anybody because he's reading the room and he's very quiet.
Ford, I believe you are right that they have the same suspension, all Badlands. But I haven't paid attention to stuff in a long time because I just haven't cared. But
Mark says he'll bring the tool bag.
Whoop, whoop. I think it's going to be done on a lift too, Mark. So I've got access to a lift.
Yep.
That'll make it a little easier. So that is part one of what we spent. The next one, you thought that one hurt. The next one really hurts, Allie. I don't know if Allie even knows what it was.
Does Allie know what the other part we got?
Didn't you tell me in the chat?
Maybe.
The
Probably
VIP?
did.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, she knows now.
Smart like chicken.
What? Are chickens smart?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. So next up, this has been coming for a long time. We talked about this recently.
What just
My chair just
he just threw up a little bit.
Yep.
I guess
It's
I know
okay.
what
So-
you're getting for Christmas.
I need a new chair. About cut my foot off here. So next I'm gonna have to rewatch that because that was funny.
That was
So
funny.
next up was the hard pill to swallow.
Yes.
We had talked to you guys about this, and they were for a reason. I knew money was about to come available for this purchase, and well, it's just something we wanted for the Bronco from day one. We had to make
We quote unquote
concessions,
settled on a soft top.
which we've grown to like quite a bit.
We
Would
have.
recommend to anybody unless
Yep.
you're probably in a very wintry Canadian area. I don't know that I'd recommend it up there. I mean, it may work for them, but the hard top has not been an issue for us. But we've
You
had
mean
some
soft top.
No, I'm talking about the hard top.
Oh.
The hard top, it's not been an issue of like, oh my god, we can't live with this thing without it. But there's some durability issues. I brought it up a couple weeks ago where I was talking about should we get the soft top, the aftermarket soft top, and well, I know in Wranglers they tend to last 3 to 5 years, and then you have to replace them. They just start wearing and tearing, cut up. And I would expect the Bronco tops, or it's the same twill, so I would expect no difference. So I think with this top will last us.
See how he keeps justifying it.
Who paid for this?
Hey,
Well, and here's the thing: if you get a new Bronco, you can move it to the next one.
Look at Allie, always selling, always be closing. I love
Always
it.
Michael
Totally,
Nice.
man.
Kelly better not get laid off again. Mama moneymaker.
no, this was
This was daddy's money.
This was my money. But we've done real good. We've taken and paid off all of our bills except our car
Yep.
notes.
Mama moneymaker.
The business here kind of supports one of the cars.
Yep.
So, if you like and subscribe, that would help support the other car, which would help out the channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was a big deal to me. I reached out to Advance. I've been talking to Advance for a long time about this, and they're going to come on the show, but they've been trying to get their tops out. There was something they redesigned. They wouldn't be very specific in the emails about it, but they had something they didn't like when they were building these.
It didn't hit their standards.
Right. So they wanted.
They didn't want it in ink. They don't want a paper trail.
Don't
Right.
blame it. Don't blame them.
Not at all. And I think we only have to look at their fenders. They do a quality fiberglass fender, the best out there. I think they do the square fenders. They really thought about, hey, what do customers want? They want that classic Bronco look. There's other companies out there do those big round carbon fiber ones that look cool, but I think they're more in the everybody's going to buy this product because they want their Bronco to look like an old Bronco. And they make a quality product. So the tops, I expect I expect it's going to be just the same. Now, I didn't opt for any options. I was
teetering on the back wiper.
Well, yes. So I just did it's a modular tops, what we did. So it'll be just like that. It'll be a 2-piece here, just like the Jeep does. And it's a solid back. And they make in their videos, they make a good argument for why you want that solid in the back. It's reduced noise, more strength. So I can't argue with them about that. And I'm pretty excited about it. I personally kind of like the fastback that they do. It's more of as they say, it's in line with what the 60s model was. It's not as sloped as like the soft top that you didn't like. But it'll be nice to have the hard top. No windshield wiper. It does have defrosters, so we'll have that function.
So that is part of it.
No sound deadening. I think we can do that on our own down the road, and be fine. I think if you watch any of their videos, and I'm not going to shill for them because I haven't seen the product and to be like, oh my God, this is amazing. But they really lay out in their videos of why they think they've made a better product, and they go through Ford's top. They cut Ford's top in half. They cut a competitor's top in half. They never say who it is, even though I know who it is. And I like the foam core. I like the foam core they do. Do what?
I'm like, you can look at it and know.
Yes. I'm not, but I don't want to be mean to that.
I didn't have any options, Mark.
Baby like back. What can I say? She likes my slant back.
Wow. There weren't any other options, Mark. This was the least slanted back.
But so are you? I mean, you'll be fine with this, right?
Yeah.
It better be now.
It better be now.
We paid it off today,
right?
Anything about this? Questions, concerns for you?
We did the black UV textured. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. I thought about just doing the high build primer and having it painted gloss black, but I know you've been kind of like, I don't think I'd like the gloss black on that. I even thought about having it done in a rapid red, but then it gets scratched up when we go off road, and I was like, I just don't want to do that. No, so I think the black look is perfect.
Like I said, the only thing that I would have liked the two things I would have liked, which just because I'm bougie. I would have liked this, but I looked at the package on it, and we're ready to make the big jump.
We're already at 57. I think it was 68.
63.
Was it 63? Mm-hmm. No, it can't be that.
Yes,
was shipping.
I paid it off today.
Okay, but it was already
66.
I think it was 66. But you add the windshield wiper and sound deadening, you're at 65 plus shipping and taxes, and that was starting to get to me just a little too expensive. And honestly, I don't like their windshield wiper up at the top. I just don't like that. They sell it. Why? Because you get a lot of snow. You're letting the wiper go down, so all the snow falls off of it instead of trying to push it off of it. But personally, I just don't like that. And I don't recall ever using the one near Xterra.
It was 66. Yeah. I know it hasn't made it into the spreadsheet yet. Bronco 78. Yeah, so that's the only thing I would have, but then I was thinking about it was like, we don't have it on the soft top. Like we haven't needed it on the back. As long as you get that rear defrost, it makes a big difference in regard to that. And I did have it on my Xterra.
I said I just never used it.
Oh, I did. I used it on the back.
I feel like we tried to use it one time. The windshield wiper was dead. Like it rotted off.
The wiper itself did, but then I replaced it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we ton of money on our Bronco this year, but we're smartly these past 2 years, we've paid off all of our debt other than car loan and house. And so we were able to justify spending a little bit of money this year.
Was there one more thing that you bought?
Oh yes, there was. Let me go over here. Thank you. Good call, Kelly. They were just on the show.
And we will have advanced fiberglass on once we get our hardtop. Aren't we?
What?
We're going to interview them.
Yes. They will be on the show sometime mid-January is what they said.
Hey, that's actually Rebecca's butt. with that Bronco on there, or with that bumper on there.
With a Bronco on
with
there?
a Bronco
Get
on
out of
there.
town.
I know. So we actually have the rear bumper on order as well for Rebecca. She's getting a whole lot of upgrades. So and she also has skid plates coming.
She'll have full skid plates.
She'll have full skid plates. So off-roading is going to be real fun.
Well, so you experienced a little bit of this. Skid plates to me are always, I told when Luke was on the show last week or 2 weeks ago, I talked to about, I remember with this, I mean, the Xterra we never got into because we didn't ever run 35. So we ran some hard stuff, and
I had 33s on it.
Probably stuff at the time was pretty extreme for the smaller tires on that. But
I could play with the big boys.
We only had partial skids on that truck.
Yeah.
And I've noticed the last time we were at Windrock, there was some scraping and stuff going on. And I was like, you know what? Skids aren't sexy, but it's just something, if you're going to go play in the big rocks, something you just got to do, man. The oil pan of this thing is plastic.
And honestly, as easy as this thing is to drive, you do want to do more and more fun stuff, but we're still not going to put it anywhere super crazy. But to have that extra armor on it is huge.
Yeah. So new bumper and full skids on this.
Which I guess I'm going to have to let the insurance company know that we have a hard top.
Yeah, probably.
And a rear bumpers in case, God forbid, something were to happen.
Yep. But that is actually our Bronco where it was being tested with the prototype.
We almost drove off with it and stole it from Luke because it was actually Luke's bumper.
Was that Luke's?
Yeah.
Okay. But I like to deal with, I told you guys, if in that episode Luke was on, if it was a shit product and I didn't like it, I would tell Luke in a heartbeat. And I really like his bumpers. I think it'll set finish the armored look of the vehicle up. Rear bumpers to me are kind of like, I don't know that they add a ton. I mean, it gives you more recovery points. Damn it, Luke. There's more recovery points there. Obviously, we're not doing the lights, the holes for the lights in ours, so those will be solid. But
and we are doing all bare, so we will be having it powder coated locally.
Because our front bumper needs to be powder coated, so we'll just do all those at once. Hopefully, I can get like what our white knuckles are.
Yeah,
real smooth, kind of like the hefty fabs and those real smooth. So that's where we spent money, guys. But where have you spent money? Have you seen anybody?
Laura says, I spent way too much Broncoing as well this year.
What did you buy, Laura? I'm curious.
And Honest says, Kelly, does Dave need a haircut? Really, what's with the sock? He does actually need a haircut.
Our buddy Andy sent us a few of these last year or 2 years ago. I can't find it right now though.
I know where they are.
Oh, sweet.
They're downstairs
and
they're downstairs. Oh. So since we moved our daughter from one room to another, I actually have an office now. And guess what I did? I actually organized everything in there, and I actually tell them all none of them can be they can't be in there unless I'm in there.
If you guys could see a picture of it right now, you wouldn't say it.
We're not even talking about that because you moved everything from the living room into my office for Thanksgiving. So let's not.
Allie.
We can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Allie.
She's muted.
Did I mute her? She muted herself.
Can't unmute your guest. Their mic is not connected.
What about now?
There you are.
There's Allie. Yeah.
Ford Video Guy got an air compressor.
You what?
Said Ford Video Guy got an air compressor.
Oh, I thought you said you got one.
I've got one too that I need. Yeah. I got a dual compressor I actually need to install.
It's been there for a year.
Yep.
I'm always with someone that has one, so I just use theirs.
Our problem with that is, for one, it's not a sexy purchase because it goes under. We're going to put it under the hood of the truck. You'll forget about it. But we are busy in the summers. With it seemed like there for a while it was almost every other weekend a press trip.
And then we
had softball. Our life gets so busy that the parts will sit up here in the studio, and then I forget about them.
And we're going to be busy again this spring because we're actually going to coach another rec ball team for our daughter, and we're going to help some friends coach a younger division team. So
for punishment, man.
And our daughter just made a travel ball team this weekend, so make
sure you take off Supercell.
Oh no, we'll be there.
Oh yeah, no worries.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Screw them kids. I got Bronco things to do.
But yeah,
Priorities.
That's right.
Yeah.
And speaking of, it's only 141 days till Supercell.
I'm nervous to how many people will be there this year.
We need Allie in the booth this year.
Yeah.
We need
posted hours where
I
Allie has to be in the booth.
So I've talked about doing this live. I've talked about doing one of these live at Supercell. So we're gonna have to schedule that. We can get out. Everybody wants Allie.
I ran you over last year going on a drive.
Do what? Say that again.
I tried to hit Dave.
Oh, you ran him over? You tried to.
Mm-hmm. He was live streaming on Instagram.
Oh yeah, he does that.
Yeah.
Nelazar
said air compressor is my next one. It's hard to decide which one to go with.
Oh, well, we got royalty in the house. What's up, Nathan? Nathan
hey.
with TFL in the house. Stuck in Moab with Roman. Well, dude, sorry, buddy.
What a terrible place to be stuck.
Yeah, rough life.
Well, it's cold there right now.
I'm sure, but still, it's beautiful.
Nathan, we gotta have you back on the show. I've got to talk to Roman. I've talked to the whole crew except Roman.
Yeah.
And usually when I see Roman at an auto show, he's busy. I don't like to bother people when they're busy because TFL, I will say this, they're the most focused.
They're a machine.
When we've seen them at auto shows, they're the most focused people, as they should be. It's a business.
Oh yeah,
you run it
100%.
as a business. And so hopefully you guys get unstuck there, sir. But thank you.
Laura, it's funny. So Laura says, I'm getting Luke out of school for Supercell. I'm such a bad mom. Haha. No,
you're not. You're getting him out in the nature, in the woods.
I was going to say, we've considered bringing our daughter, but they have state testing always that week. And so she can't miss for state testing because she asks every year.
She's a school nerd.
She is, but she keeps asking, can I go to Supercell? Because she knows we have such a good time.
Yeah,
she was like, can I go next year? And I was like, if your state testing is that week, you really can't. She's like, dang it. So she hates it. Bye, Nathan. Thanks for joining.
Hey, Nathan, we got to get you on the show soon, man. I want to talk some off-road things.
Enjoy that Moab.
Yes. So Bronco, I think our Bronco will be set. Other than down the road, I do want to put 37s on it, but there's no rush. That's just tires.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Tires away. This is a few years down the road.
I was going to say, we had a whole conversation about this lift that you weren't going to put 37s on it.
No, I said I'm in no rush to do that.
So here we're going to tag in Marital Nation for a second here, because for the last like 3 or 4 weeks, my hip has been out and my back has been out. And I literally got into the Bronco yesterday and I asked him and I was like, how high are you making this thing? Because like, it feels like a knife is stabbing in my hip when I try to get up in the Bronco right now. So I can only imagine.
Your Bronco?
Yes, my Bronco.
Okay.
2 or 3 inches taller. And then you want to put an extra 2 inches on top of that with 37s? No, sir. I don't need 4 to 5 inches on my Bronco.
It can only be about 1.5 inches.
But come on.
Down the road, we'll put 37s on it. But I
Bronco
really
78 says, hold on, I need to get my popcorn.
I'm always in trouble in this show. I don't know how I started this show.
But yet you keep bringing me on.
I know, without you ladies, and somehow I'm always in trouble with you guys.
Same.
Max Martinez says, what's the benefit of onboard compressor over, let's say, a Milwaukee M18 portable compressor?
Nothing. It's just
a convenience.
It's always there.
Yeah.
It's not something flopping around the back of your vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can use those. I used for years the little MV50. I think it's called a Tornado air compressor.
Mm.
I used to throw it in my bag. The only problem I have with it is they get damn hot, like really hot. And 35s, trying to air up 35s would be even worse than 33s that we used to run. And so you can burn those pumps up pretty easily too.
I knew somebody was going to jump in on that one. I was waiting for it.
I was not going to say a thought.
Michael Nice. Oh, I thought Dave was the guest on the show.
I am. Why is this keyboard or this?
Maya's about to break the damn door.
It's moving.
No, this.
Oh, because I keep moving my.
Oh, there's why. I was wondering why. Our monitor's getting in the damn shot. Oh, so yeah. So I'm always in trouble here.
Yep.
So Laura, what did you buy? I know she was talking to me at one point. She said, I have to buy a lot of Ford performance parts or else my rep will get mad.
Yeah. So we have to know what you bought.
But it's time for her Bronco to grow up a little bit.
Yeah, they would get mad at us.
Honest is buying pew-pews.
Yep. Spent money on pew-pews.
You know what's funny is Honest was saying something about why would you do this? And yet he's the one that's been modifying his Bronco before us.
Yeah. Yeah. He had stuff waiting for his Bronco to come in. So yeah.
Giving me shit about buying something.
I do think it's funny how many of my customers just have like a garage full of stuff just like waiting.
That was Honest. Honest had like half a truck sitting in his storage.
I was very tempted to start buying. When I ordered mine, I told Luke because 4 Wheel Parts brought their stuff out.
Because it was his at that time.
Because I liked when 4 Wheel Parts released that red. We saw it at SEMA, that red 4-door, the black diamond. I was like, that's perfect looking. Yeah. Other than I don't like the winch up on top of the bumper. I like it molded into the bumper. I was like, oh, dude, that's perfect. And I would have bought all those parts right then had I known when we were going to get the Bronco. So that was a problem for me. I didn't want them sitting in the garage.
Yeah. So Ford Video Guy says, technically I bought it 2 months ago, but it was on back order. So I canceled and bought a different one on Black Friday.
Smart, sir.
Nice.
Very nice.
What's funny is I bought my ARB compressor from a Nissan, from a Z1 Motorsports.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Because they had a better deal on it than most of the competitors.
So Laura says she likes it with the winch out. So we like that balance, like where it's not too high, it's settled a little bit. Just like branches. It is.
If for some reason we go drive through branches, I just don't want that hitting, beating up the winch basically. And we're covered, but the problem with the Bronco is you can't do a fully covered winch because it would sit too low.
Max says, Dave, have you seen the new BFG HD terrains? I can't wait for bigger sizes. It looks like more of an RT style tire.
Are they the Baja tires that they were doing? I haven't paid attention. I know we're interested in when the KM3s were out, going back to a KO3.
Are we on KM3s? I thought we were in KO2s.
No, KM Mud Terrain. We're in the KM3s right now. Yeah.
I lied.
I want to move to probably the KO3s.
I lied on a post yesterday then.
You dirty dog.
Wow. Rude.
But I am a big fan of KO2s, so I didn't totally lie.
Well, you've always ran from the day one. You asked me a long time ago, why did I put on your exterior, I put KOs on it. And you were like, why are we I was like, yeah, I believe in putting a good branded tire under your car. There's cheaper tires out there and there's some cooler looking tires, but for me, BF Goodrich is owned by Michelin. Michelin makes some of the best tires in the world. So
and honestly, it became very tried and true for me because we've talked about this on the show a couple of times where I put my Xterra in places where other people were slicing tires, not intentionally, but I would get in an area where I'd go, oh shit, I hope I didn't just slice my tire on that.
I had issues with remember the Duratrax, Goodyear Duratrax. I would slice sidewalls.
Where I would be driving on a trail, and before I knew it, I was on a spot where in a traditional tire, I would have sliced the crap out of the side of it. And I didn't. So they were tried and true for me where they had that extra sidewall support.
I've converted everybody at work into KO2s.
Really?
Oh yeah. They
all the work trucks.
All of them but mine now. My new work truck out there.
Yeah.
They put Wranglers on it.
Oh.
And they'll be gone as soon as I can. As
soon as you can get them to get tires on there.
No, I can go anytime I want. But as soon as I know KO3s are ready, I'm putting those on my work truck. So I want to try like Nittos and stuff, but I don't know. I'm just so brand loyal. Damn it.
Yeah, we do that.
Yep.
Laura says, Allie, have you heard of Ford getting more options for wheels or any new coming out? I still want the Everglade ones, but I can't decide to do like Rebecca's tires too.
Bad connection.
Got it.
Can't say.
Like guy 8829 says, what do you think of ARB Summit winch bumper?
Laura, I'll talk to you soon.
Let me look that up.
Allie, we've already pivoted. Just shh. We got you.
No, she'll find out soon because dealers will get an email. But Ford Accessories is coming out with a ton of stuff.
Shh. Allie, we already pivoted. Shh.
Ton of stuff.
We're trying to help.
Damn it. I'm trying to find it for Bronco.
All right. I gotta go take the dog out.
All right,
Okay.
ladies.
Before she breaks this door.
All right.
Night, y'all.
Later, Allie.
See ya.
All right, so let's bring this up. We will discuss this. I don't want metal tech. I just want a damn picture of the bumper, please.
Would you like me to do it?
No. You're not gonna like my opinion of this bumper.
Yeah. Sorry.
This is the one that we were calling the patio or the
underbite.
No, but well, yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's also it's a damn. Get out of here. So, I like the idea that the winch is in here, and the reason this sticks out so much is because so they could bury the winch in there.
Full size.
And I normally like ARB bumpers, but I will say I've not been we tried to interview ARB at SEMA in 21, and their
people wouldn't move out of the way.
They were very arrogant.
Yes.
So, and I've worked with ARB in the past, so I know it was just probably somebody just tired of dealing with people or something. They just didn't want to talk to us. But I'm just not a big fan of that bumper, to be honest. It's so much out there. Now, the cool thing with ARBs generally are they are fairly light, and they're usually do some crash testing with their bumpers. So they're usually fairly safe for a metal bumper to be on there. But I don't know, man. For me, it's just too big. If you look at what we have on ours right now, I like less is more for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want I want protection.
Yes.
Past that, I don't care. I don't like the rubars on this. That's an ARB staple. I had that on my Xterra. I had the ARB with the rubars at one point. Loved it on there.
They were on mine as well.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You had the center hoop. That was it.
No. I don't think so. I think you're right.
We'll have to look it up.
I'm going to go look at my Bronco or my Xterra.
Gotta go find her vehicle. Can't remember. But you know what? That's the cool thing with the Bronco bumpers is there's so many out there. And if you find one that you like, I won't say that's a bad design because the ARB does such quality stuff, but for me, it just sticks out way too far. So that's me personally. I do like that jack right there. You know how much that jack is?
I don't want to know.
It's a lot.
Like I said, I don't want to know.
It's a lot.
See, I told you. We did. Okay. I know what my Xterra looked like.
I couldn't remember.
We'll share with them.
Nobody cares. Hold on. That was Kelly tearing it up at Windrock.
Yeah, that
was the day you put the dent in the door.
Yeah. She went to a good family though.
She did.
She stayed in the community, so it was good. Yeah, so it's about supposed to be 40. It was about 45 today at the peak of the day, and right now it is 30 degrees, Laura. So it is cold for Tennessee right now.
For right now, yeah.
And thank you, Honest. I look forward to that package coming. And while you're doing that, we said thank you, but we didn't show it. So thank you, YouTube Car Spotters Guide, for that super chat. We appreciate it, sir.
Very big supporter of us, and we greatly appreciate it.
And we did not say that to make that happen, by the way.
Well, we did see it. We just didn't get to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, that's not what I said. I said we didn't say it so that.
So this is what I talk about. Less is more. So it's not sticking way far out. We still have great approach angle. So you see this angle right here. This is all approach. Well, if you could see, there we go. This is all approach angle. So rarely have we ever drug the front of the bumper.
Mm-mm. And if we do, it's good because we protected the front end of the truck.
I still have for rock crawling or any obstacle we need to get the front tires on. It's open here that we can still do that. Where the ARB comes down to here, just a little bit less.
Yeah,
probably never. Honestly, probably I don't know that we'd ever
knock on some wood.
Get into that.
Thanks for joining, Tim.
Yes,
have
sir.
a good night, sir.
Thank you, sir. I like the slight little bar here to help protect the winch a little bit because it still is slightly exposed, which it's the best one in my opinion that I've seen for me. You still get some recovery points here, good recovery points. This bumper was designed by people that actually are hardcore off-roaders.
This was the heavy duty crew that I used to wheel with.
Yes. So I trust because Nestor went to school for engineering at Alabama, and it's really like he's a very good engineer. Well thought out too.
Yes.
It was thought structurally before it was the outside, the kind of pretty
aesthetics.
Part of it. Yeah. So that's what I run, and you can always go over here to Instagram and see what's going on.
Laura, I have to go to the post office to check for the package, so I definitely will. And for those who haven't heard, we are doing a sticker exchange. So if you have stickers that you want to send to us, like, let's see,
that's Ford Video Guy.
Ford Video Guy. So like Ford Video Guy or
Mark.
Yeah. It's not gonna. So stickers like that, fun stuff like that. Send it to our P.O. Box. P.O. Box 356.
It's in the
Rockvale, Tennessee, 37153. It is in the comments as well, or the show notes. Send us something, and we will go ahead and send you some stuff back.
You never know what you get back.
Yep.
So, hey, look, there's a good time using those white knuckle rock sliders.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I want their rock sliders. The truck's sitting on that. Those are 32-inch tires on that truck.
Yep.
Tiny tires on that truck. I
haven't seen that truck in a while.
I had so much fun in that truck. But Kelly likes SUVs. I tend to like off-roading trucks.
Yeah. I like SUVs because there's more control. It was a good looking truck.
Such a good looking truck.
Awesome, D. Cooper. I will be on the lookout.
Nice. Let's see. And if you ever just any kind of correspondence, you're welcome to.
You want to snail mail us anything?
Yeah. So
feel free to.
Gotta do our pitch. All right, Kelly. I'll let you do the pitch this week.
What? Why are you gonna put me on the spot like that?
Because it's what happens.
All right.
Link right there.
Well, there you go. There's the link in the comments for you to go ahead and check out our Patreon. Doesn't matter which level you do, you get all the same swag, fun stuff back on. If you sign up, we do have a special going on right now where you actually get some extra fun if you're one of the first few.
Still get sent out?
No, I've got a list of that I have to go through.
Okay. This lady even had to go buy Mustang stamps.
You weren't supposed to tell them. No, they're muscle car stamps.
Oh, I thought they were
not muscle. They're pony car stamps. So there's a lot of different vehicles. So I ordered them from U.S. Postal Service. So that
it's like, what a male nerd.
I'm just a nerd. How'd you marry me?
Bye,
Mark. Thanks for joining, sir.
So we've got packages ready to roll.
Well, I was looking at Honest. Did I not send Honest the stuff out?
I don't think you did.
I'm gonna check my stuff because you should have gotten it by now. If not, I'm such a slacker. And I will make sure I get you. So if support you, is it tax deductible? We're not a nonprofit, unfortunately, so I don't think it's tax deductible.
No, they're seeing this.
Oh. Anyway, so support us. The next few Patreon members actually get some fun stuff sent out to you.
End of the month.
End of the month, which is 3 more days. So be sure to check it out.
Laura jumped in last week.
Would you like me to would you like me to talk, or do you want to do this? Would you just hit? The crowd goes wild. But like Dave was mentioning, we love the super chats and the support and all of that. If you want to support the channel over on the Patreon side, we do get a little bit more because otherwise YouTube takes a bigger chunk. They take about 40% on the YouTube side, and Patreon takes about 25%, I think.
I forget what the percent is.
But anyway, it's a better support. But anyway, we also have swag on our website too. Feel free to check that out on allterrainnation.com.
And as far as Patreon, no matter what you give us, you get the same amount of
we have exclusive membership content only in the background. So it's really just whatever you feel you can or want to contribute to the show.
And I almost talked about the hard top the other day. I had an article wrote up there, and I was like, no, because then they'll know, and it'll get leaked out what we did. So I didn't want to do that.
But anyway, and we only put all that out there just because we love being here with you guys, and it helps us go do more stuff to show you and bring you more content.
Yep. And believe it or not, it says $96 a month.
That's crazy.
What we do with that.
That's awesome.
And that money goes into a kitty. It just helps. Honestly, it helps get us to the next auto show. We got Chicago Auto Show coming up faster than I got to register us for that.
I got to get that on my work calendar.
Faster than you think. We have passed that New York Auto Show, which I'd like to get to this year. LA, definitely this coming year. I want to get to LA. Detroit, I would love to be at Detroit this year or next year for 24. Like, for us to grow our business, we have to get out there more. And unfortunately for us, we both have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
And it can be difficult I only have so much vacation time to use.
Same.
Believe it or not, I use up all my vacation time.
And I took a big vacation cut with my new job.
Yep. So, that's
the spiel.
That's our pitch for that. I hate selling myself.
We lost like 7 people during that conversation.
I know. Well, it's also 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
So there you go. Well, you guys did not. I was hoping for more participation. I was hoping to see people just like, yeah, I got all this cool stuff from my Bronco.
Yeah.
We've got stuff sitting around here. We've been trying to make a video on 5 things that you can buy for your Bronco that's affordable. And well, the weather hasn't cooperated. Cars not being here hasn't cooperated.
Well, and parenting has gotten in the way of some of that too.
Yeah, stupid kids getting in.
I know it. Sometimes we got to actually do that.
I know. Damn it.
But anyway.
Well, so there is a show tonight. We want to say thank you. We could not do this without you guys watching. We're on ATN Live now as well. And a new pew-pew. We haven't bought a pew-pew.
We meant to get some
Burrow Bullets. It's a local company here.
Yeah,
and
we meant to get some Black Friday deal this weekend on some supplies, but we missed it.
They have Burrow Bullets up at
Bullseye.
Anyways, that's Pew Pew Nation. That's a whole nother.
No, there's not going to be. No.
So All Terrain Nation here that you're watching, or you're watching us on All Terrain Nation Live, our live channel, where these live streams will eventually move to. So we just have to build up some subscribers, and there you go. Any final words, Kelly?
We have had seat covers forever, so that is part of what we need to get. We do need to send our headrest covers back to them so they can go ahead. We got to talk to him about that. Yeah. But to do just a little bit of modification.
You will see all the goodies at Supercell.
Yes. So be sure to plan it. 141 days from now is when we will be there.
That's right. You're going to see the Bronco will change quite a bit. So you're going to see a different Bronco. Maybe the wrap will be different. Maybe.
Leave Rebecca alone.
We will see on that. Well, you know it's time. You saw it starting to.
You just let it be. Laura said she's got to put her camera relocator kit on. I can't find where it's. Anyway. All right. Whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. Am I doing this all by myself driving tonight?
It doesn't matter what you drive. This has been your All Terrain Nation Live, presented by White Knuckle Off-Road Products. And what are we killing?
We're out.
Peace, everybody. See y'all next week.
See ya.